we'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh boy, we've got a good one for you right here on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Wallace outside. Doris, when we saw these two teams come up on the schedule, this was one you and I were looking forward to.
Oh my goodness, this was one I've had circled for sure. And the reason, two teams that executed a high level, and boy, do they play at breakneck speed. Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there, that makes the game easy.
Outside, SGA. Pass to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. From the arc. Doesn't go for him.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
On the attack, Curry. Here's Butler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Here's Caruso. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
And Horford powers it home.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
And it's Dort off the drive. Into the lane. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. The Thunder with another miss. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Boy, how fast is Stephen Curry's release on the catch? Wow.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Right side, SGA. Here's Dort. And then jammed it down as it goes right over Jimmy Butler.
Oh, wow. Dort just going off, making a big show of how athletic he can be.
Curry gets the bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are two things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Guys, back to you.
A unique talent. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Out to Horford. And Horford powers it home.
You know if you're open, Stephen Curry has that team-first mentality. He will find you.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
To the middle. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. 6 points for Chet Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Mitchell.
Substitution for your Thunder.
Pass to Hartenstein. Outside Mitchell. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Williams misses. The Warriors lead by 4. Curry goes in, and he lays it up and in. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
How about the creativity from Stephen Curry? Decks it, gets past the defense. What a finish.
Pass to Jang. Here's Joe. Counted from distance. Here's Curry. 7 points in the game. Now Horford. Outside, Green. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. The Warriors on top, up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors. Whoa!
Oh, how about the talent, the creativity? Butler with the highlight reel attack.
The kick out to Wiggins. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
4 on the clock. Here's Curry. Oh, Curry, a magician inside.
Stephen Curry, a 3-level scorer, gets a chippy right there.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A., guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece. He just saw an open lane and went on the attack.
Freight train coming. He goes right up with it. Stolen by Mitchell. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Wiggins with it. Now guarded by Curry. The 3 from Mitchell. Horford pulls it in. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Boy, you'd love to see the lift Draymond Green gets on these dunks. Once he's established, forget about it.
Back to Mitchell. Wiggins outside. There's a screen by Wiggins. To the right side. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Drives to the hoop. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wiggins got his second bucket of the game. Pass to Green. Curry surveys. Screen by Horford. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Stephen Curry, so efficient in the mid-range. I know it's not prioritized. He's one guy you want shooting it.
That ties it up. Joe's got 6.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
And Mitchell with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, How many more does he have left, Greg?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Thunder were already a tough defensive unit, Doris. Went out and got more stoppers last season in Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
It is a prerequisite for Mark Daigneault that you be able to guard your backside off on the defensive end. They lean into their strengths. They were the best of the West in 2024, and then you go out and get better. That front office is first level good, so good. Well, for Lu Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Guys?
A great organization. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And we've got 28 seconds left in the half. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. Jackson Davis grabs the miss.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check. Boy, that is how you protect the rim. That is A-plus defense.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. That's tipped. Wallace with it. Payton covering. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul. And one thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being, you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds.
Good look from Holmgren. Goes back up. Dort hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. So Dort's got 7 points. Pass to Podziemski. Parries it from 3.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
It's Dort on the wing. And a nice finish on the layup. 9 points in the game.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Here's Kuminga. Oh, Kuminga, just a menace inside.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level. And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a...
Whoa, Kuminga putting on a show out here.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
You have got to chase Shai off that three-point line because this guy can make shots with consistency from range.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Guys, he is on fire this quarter. I mean, what an incredible scoring performance.
And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup grab.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards in defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer. Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Caruso outside. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off the shot. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Outside heel. To the inside. Back to Podziemski. There's a screen by Kuminga. To the wing, right side. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Kuminga's got 12 points here in the second half. Oh, great handle, Holmgren.
And just showing off his mobility as a big man. Holmgren puts his head down and charges into the shot. Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's Holmgren. There's the triple. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. And it's turned out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll have some free throws coming up here. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And how about the Thunder? Doris, last season, bringing home the first major professional sports title in the state of Oklahoma.
And what a fan base they have celebrating this historic achievement. And you think about the way this roster was built. Through smart draft choices, through player development, and through a young, brilliant basketball coach. This team remains young, they're united, they're together, and it could be the first of many.
It's Williams, high post. Pass to SGA. Shot clock at 5. Taking it inside, SGA.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys. Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Thunder out in front, leading by a point.
49.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Mitchell. Right side, Joe. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to SGA. The kick out to Wiggins. Back to SGA. Another shot. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Horford with the block.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
Inside. And Horford powers it home.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Hartenstein. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's 8 points for Isaiah Hartenstein.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Thunder with a lead. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Horford with a steal. And here's Butler outside. And that comes off the assist by Green. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession.
Timeout.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, "Control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself." Solid message, if you ask me.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Holmgren there for the rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. SGA. Oh, missed on the tray. And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That'll be a second foul of the game. Now Green. Green gets up and powers it down.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Green outside. Green, a screen. Curry fires. Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And when the pressure mounts, he is absolutely someone they can rely on.
Dort outside. There's the drive. Jams it home!
That's a big-time bucket. Lou Dort has unshakable confidence. You could see it from the moment he caught the basketball. Jimmy Butler delivers again.
Here's Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Jacks up a three. Oh, Horford there with a board.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
And a fast break now for the Thunder. Yes, sir! A quick three in transition.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking a three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Moody! The three ball is down!
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple. Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Curry. Now Butler. Shoots a three. Money from three.
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment. No problem. He's ready. You love the poise, the confidence of Chet Holmgren to step up and make a big shot.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Now here's Curry. Clock at 6. Sweet move! Yes, sir! That one goes!
Timeout. Timeout. And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
From deep. Oh, Horford there with a board. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
Shooting for Golden State.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
That's how you protect a lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
And the Thunder call time here. 11 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Booyah! He sinks the triple. And welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us. Here we go. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now here's Cunningham. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That'll be a second foul of the game.
He may need to take a seat and recalibrate. That's his second foul in under a minute.
Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Now Kennard. Porzingis sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools showing his hops on that one.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys, back over to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
And Atlanta with possession here, following the score by Detroit. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Daniels. Can't get it to fall. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham throws it down.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
Daniels outside. Pass to Johnson. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Johnson's gotten his second bucket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Harris screen. And Cunningham throws it down.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drives.
Porzingis misses.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Duren. On the wing, Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Daniels, that one's true.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Johnson on the wing. Duren with a steal. To the inside. Here we go, all alone. On the wing, Thompson. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. And Atlanta making a change here. The Hawks trailing. Pass to Okongwu. Shoots from 12. Good. And that's now 6 points now in the game for Jalen Johnson.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Robinson for three. Outside Johnson. He takes it in. Tipped.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Thompson with it. Oh, misses the dunk.
Oh, boy, he attacks, but how about that rim protection? That is so good.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Atlanta?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Now here's Wallace. No points yet. 4 on the clock. Here's Okongwu. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Robinson for three. The rebound by Atlanta. To the wing, right side. Shoots. And another basket for Atlanta. Pistons trail by 5. Screen by Robinson. Back to LeVert. Up top, Robinson. Nice jump shot.
Well, Caris LeVert has great size to see over the defense and terrific vision there.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Hawks lead by 3. Here's Alexander Walker. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now here's Cunningham. He has 6. Nifty move. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Yeah, a graceful touch from Cunningham, making that floater look effortless.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Now here's Cunningham. Give him 8 points now. And the layup falls. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Atlanta leading by 5. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Daniels. Down low. Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Harris outside. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Johnson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Atlanta shooting their first free throw in this game. And one thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being, you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Duren. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Now here's LeVert. Still without a bucket. Harris outside. Shot from the low post is good.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
Back to Johnson. Outside, Alexander Walker. Connects from downtown. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Oh, stolen by Harris. Pass to Robinson. From deep. And the Pistons, another 3. Atlanta leading by 7.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Detroit shooting their first foul shot of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. It could go. The shot, no good. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Atlanta on top. They're up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Now here's Alexander Walker. To the middle. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Pistons in transition. Out to Harris. 6 to shoot. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Here's Cunningham. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Cunningham's got 12 points in the game. Outside Johnson. Pass to Kennard. Porzingis sets a screen. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
You have to know how to play pick and roll in today's NBA. And Porzingis has got great instincts with when to dive and when to fade.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Now here's Kennard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And the basket is good.
Yeah, Luke Kennard's mid-range game on point right there.
Inside, Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now here's Cunningham. 14 points for him. And stolen by Porzingis. To the wing on the left. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Right side, Alexander Walker. And the three-pointer goes. Alexander Walker's got 10 points in the game.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Releases. And it's Cunningham missing. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Outside Johnson. Takes it inside. And rejected. Here's Cunningham. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
Here's Okongwu. And he makes it on the layup. Give him 8.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. In the third quarter, with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, they set a pick. Pass to LeVert. Back to Sasser. Shot clock at 6. Here's Holland. Beyond the arc. No luck on that one. Outside, Alexander Walker. Now Johnson. Three-pointer. LeVert with a rebound. Pass to Holland. Back to LeVert. Here's Holland. Plenty of space. Again, the miss by the Pistons. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Nice pass by Risa Shea. You can already see he has a high basketball IQ.
There's a screen. LeVert outside. Stewart outside. And that one good. Stewart's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Alexander Walker. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Atlanta closing.
The Pistons, 39.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pistons trail by 7. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Porzingis grabs the board. And here's Wallace. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Wallace misses. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Shooting one.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
Now here's Robinson. Over Kennard. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
The defense can't be so relaxed at this stage of the game. Not against him.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. That's tipped. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Harris. And here's Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
The kick out to Johnson. From outside the arc. The Pistons clear it. Cunningham outside. Now Robinson. Oh, no good on the layup. Johnson. Oh, he leaves no question.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Robinson outside. The 3 ball is down.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Porzingis sets a screen. Oh, the stuff!
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Cunningham is doubled. Now Thompson. Here's Cunningham. Now Thompson. Robinson buries it from outside.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
And count it.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Thompson. Yes, sir, it's good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Oh, no good on the layup. To take the lead. And yes, sir, lays it up and in.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Cunningham. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter here.
And you can tell Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on the situation.
Now here's Kennard. Can't hit it.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And that's an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And no luck that time either.
Oh, that could have been the end of it. Instead, he hands them a lifeline.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Johnson. Yes, sir, it's good.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a three-point game.
Boy, you love to see the calmness at the line. Didn't faze him at all. Big-time spot, and he makes it easy.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Now Johnson for three. Oh, the long ball, no good. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good. And it's a 5-point game.
That shuts down any idea of a comeback. That is big time under pressure.
And the Hawks call time here. They're losing by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
So it's Detroit picking